Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something that's got muscle car fans buzzing, the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner. After years of dormancy, the iconic Roadrunner badge makes a high-octane return, and let me tell you, this isn't just a name revival. It's a modern-day resurrection of American muscle, reborn for a new era. From the moment you lay eyes on it, the 2026 Roadrunner demands your attention. It's unmistakably aggressive, yet not loud for the sake of it. The front fascia blends retro cues with futuristic refinement. You'll notice the Loslung grille paying homage to the original 70s styling, flanked by thin, blade-like L lights that stretch into the fenders. There's an illuminated beep-beep emblem in the grille, a cheeky but classy nod to the Roadrunner's heritage. The hood features a pair of heat-extracting vents that are not just for looks, they actually improve engine cooling and reduce front-end lift at high speeds. As you move around to the side, the proportions are just right. Long hood, short rear deck, the golden ratio of muscle car design. Plymouth didn't go overboard with wild lines. Instead, you get sharp creases over the wheel arches and a character line that runs from the front fender to the rear taillight, hinting at motion even while the car is parked. The doors have a slight inward curve, improving aerodynamics, and the 20-inch alloy wheels are wrapped in sticky, low-profile performance rubber that suggests serious intent. Brake calipers are available in contrasting colors, and those massive, drilled rotors hint at track readiness. Swinging around to the back, it's where the Roadrunner truly flexes its muscles. The full-width LED taillight bar runs edge-to-edge with a pulsating animation when you unlock the car. Subtle but futuristic. A ducktail spoiler is integrated into the trunk lid, echoing the aero treatments from classic Mopar muscle cars, but with modern finesse. Below that, a functional rear diffuser and quad exhausts complete the look, with active flaps that control tone depending on your drive mode. And yes, in track mode, it roars. Now, let's hop inside, and here's where the modern magic happens. The interior is a beautifully executed mix of old-school muscle flair and today's tech obsession. The cockpit is driver-centric, with a flat-bottomed steering wheel wrapped in Alcantara and real metal paddle shifters that feel mechanical, not plasticky. The 12.9-inch digital instrument cluster is fully customizable and can display classic gauges if you're feeling nostalgic. The center screen, a crisp 13.4-inch old, is slightly angled toward the driver, running Plymouth's new UI system that's clean, fast, and supports wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Materials throughout the cabin feel premium. Soft touch, suede-like trim across the dash, contrast stitching in bold colors, and real carbon fiber inserts if you opt for the track package. Seating is equally impressive. The bolstered Recaro Sport seats hug you tight but are adjustable enough for long-distance comfort. Ventilated and heated, with memory functions, of course, and the rear seats, surprisingly usable for a coupe. With enough legroom for adults under 6 feet, pop the hood, and the performance story unfolds. The 2026 Roadrunner comes in two flavors: a 5.7-liter twin-turbocharged V8, pushing 510 horsepower, and the range-topping 6.4-liter naturally aspirated V8 churning out 630 horsepower, all paired to an 8-speed Tremec dual-clutch transmission that snaps off shifts like lightning. Rear-wheel drive is standard, but an advanced AWD system with rear-bias torque vectoring is optional, perfect for putting down that power in all seasons. On the road, the Roadrunner is shockingly composed. In comfort mode, it behaves like a Grand Tourer, quiet, refined, even fuel-conscious thanks to cylinder deactivation tech. But flick it into sport or track, and it becomes a different animal. Steering tightens, throttle response sharpens, suspension firms up, and that V8 lets out a thunderous growl that's raw, mechanical, and deeply satisfying. 0 to 60. 3.4 seconds for the 6.4-liter version. Quarter mile, low 11s, and it still handles surprisingly well thanks to adaptive dampers and a near 50/50ths weight distribution. When it comes to price, the 2026 Roadrunner is surprisingly competitive. The base model starts around $58,000, undercutting rivals like the Mustang Dark Horse and the Camaro ZL1. The higher trim with a 6.4-liter V8 and all the performance bells and whistles pushes close to $78,000. But you do get a lot for the money, performance, heritage, tech, and road presence that's hard to beat. Optional packages include a carbon aero kit, upgraded Brembo brakes, and a limited Superbird tribute package that includes vintage paint schemes, unique badging, and even a digital recreation of the old-school dash. Now, a few suggestions. If you're considering the 2026 Roadrunner, if you're a purist who misses the feel of a manual, you might be a bit disappointed. There's no stick option, at least for now. That said, the dual clutch is extremely competent. Also, for daily driving, the suspension on the performance trims can feel stiff on rough pavement. If comfort matters more than lap times, the base trim with adaptive ride control might be the better choice. And finally, if you're in a snowy climate, go for the AWD variant. It adds year-round usability without ruining the fun. So, to wrap things up, the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner is not just a modern muscle car, it's a love letter to an era of unfiltered D-Cigadees. Only Ruby Kiss has the luxurious texture that glides on. Most last, unslows last, and leaves a rich, long-lasting color. My day, list demise. Sid, Sis, list Kali. These EC, YC, DC. You see, my C, my C, my C, my. I see, my C, my CC, my sav, my C.eb. I may say to call sitko on kadas it sitko I it sick it's me by dase I be I seeki to we I lewis ski six it but to that I to sit it to I then sit it to go at cost stick higher reeving performance reinterpreted for the 21st century. It strikes a rare balance between nostalgia and innovation, offering serious firepower under the hood while still delivering on comfort, tech, and everyday usability. For muscle car fans, it's more than just exciting, it's vindicating. Thanks for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this detailed look at the 2026 Roadrunner, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss future deep dives into the most exciting cars on the market. Drop a comment below. Would you daily drive the new Roadrunner, or is it a weekend warrior for you? Until next time, keep your revs high and your shifts sharp. Catch you in the next one.